Welcome to episode one of our podcast. I'm Sarjan. Today we're gonna talk about how can you put your ex out of your mind and move forward. Yeah, we will
Mhm.
talk in deeply. I have two friends to talk about this topic, Carlos and Mia. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our podcast. How are you guys? How you feel?
Carlos, want to go first? Maybe.
No, you can go first.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Oh, such an honor. Okay, I'm feeling great today despite the pandemic
Yeah.
and the curfew at the moment. And I'm just trying to stay fit, like trying to isolate myself from everybody, even
Yeah.
though it's really hard.
Sure.
But yeah, overall, it's great. It's great.
Carlos.
Well, I'm doing well today. I woke up in a really good mood, so yeah. Also, like Mia, I'm trying to avoid many people as much as I can. Just meeting just few people. The less social contact I have is the better. And yeah, that's all because nowadays there's not much to do in our life. Just
Yes. Yes.
staying safe, staying at home,
Yeah,
and
that's so true.
Yeah.
that's
We,
all
we
we can do.
like we trying to survive.
Yeah, kinda exactly. Well, not survive, but just not get infected and don't spread.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
you introduce yourself? Like, basic introduce, like your age, where you from, like these questions.
Okay, my name is Mia and I'm 26. I'm from Indonesia. At the moment, I'm staying in Istanbul
Yeah.
and I'm currently working as a teacher, English teacher, and I'm taking my master in the evening at the same time. So that's pretty much
Yeah.
me.
Carlos.
Well, I'm Carlos. I'm from Spain. Nowadays, living in Germany, working here as a medical doctor and a surgeon. And also, like me, I'm doing a master afterwards,
Hmm.
like in aesthetic medicine. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing
Yeah.
right now.
By the way, they don't know each other. First time they are talking with each other. And
Yeah,
Yes, I don't
Carlos,
know who is
Carlos,
Carlos.
yeah, Carlos is my friend from Erasmus. I can tell you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mia is my Mia is my
Let's not.
ex.
Okay, I'm your friend. Okay, let's not get into that. I'm
Mia,
just your friend. That's all.
Mia is my ex-girlfriend's friend. But I don't.
Okay.
But I don't think so. She's not gonna listen to it, so it's okay.
Oh, really?
Maybe,
What
yeah,
makes you
you
sure?
never know. So be
What
careful.
makes you sure I'm not going to share it to her?
Yeah, probably.
I'm not sure about that.
I have a question, both of you. All right,
Oh,
let's
sure,
start.
shoot it.
How to emotionally recover when your ex moves on too fast? Like, I have to say a lot of things about this topic, but who wants to start? Like, should we flip coins or anyone wants to start?
I can, if Carlos
Of course.
doesn't mind.
Okay.
So the question was, how do I feel when they move on fast, right?
Yeah, because I know
Mm-hmm.
uh, you had a really tough relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us how you survived from that situation? I mean, if you want to tell us, if you don't want to share with us, it's okay.
Sure, sure. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I think for me was when we decided to break up that it will be just me. So regardless of what he was about to do with himself, whether he's going to marry, I don't know, or whether he's going to move on fast, then
Yeah.
it's his life. That I would solely focus on myself because when the relationships start to end, it's not between both anymore. It's just me, and then at that time I just started to take a lot of jobs to be focused on myself and take a lot of hobbies,
Mm-hmm.
literally just trying to find myself back again. Like I'm trying to be myself like the way before I met this person, trying to find yourself back, trying to stand on yourself. So regardless of what they're doing, I was just focusing on myself, even though that was really hard because when you were in a long relationship with somebody and then you started to
Yeah.
stop with them, everything just doesn't make any sense anymore. Like
Yeah.
you're thinking, you're going out, everything reminds you of them.
Of
You're doing
course.
this,
Of
like
course.
every single thing, like even the song, the weather, the street. It was hell. but then I try to take myself back to the ground and say that it's about
Mhm.
me now, and I was just trying to focus on myself. And now that I'm studying, I was at
Yeah,
that time I
yeah.
didn't study, so I tried to look for a lot of scholarship, and then thank
Hmm.
God I got it. So it was tough, but I managed.
How long have you been together?
At that time, it was 1 year and a half. But now I have a boyfriend, by the way, thank God.
Good that you
And
say.
before that, of
Really
course, I
good.
consult him, like, can I talk about something? And then he was like, sure, sure. Just don't talk about me. And I'm like, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
You
He
love
So
explained
gentle,
speaking.
so
so.
gentle.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
all about it.
Carlos, if you want to talk, or
Of course, I know, but
should I talk?
I find it really interesting when somebody is open up. So
Hmm.
yeah, just leave them to talk.
Okay, I can tell something. I had 4 years relationship, and we were like preparing to marriage. Also, Mia knows about that. And 7 months ago,
Yeah,
we
I
broke
was
up.
there.
Yeah, you were there. And 7 months ago, we broke up. It was like such a hard times and horrible days. Like I couldn't breathe. Every night before I sleep, I cried. Every morning when I woke up, I cried. It was like really such a hard and horrible days. First of all, um, you're gonna be depressed. There's no other choice. Okay, there's no cure like that. You have to face with it, and you're gonna feel anger, sadness, disappointment, like being lost. You may cry, for example, and everything. I mean, everything reminds you of this person. All these feelings are totally natural and normal. I can give you example like in a short time, my parents got coronavirus, okay? And they said my ex-girlfriend learned the situation and she didn't write me any message for this. And she wasn't sorry for that. And it's not about breaking up. It's about being human. All right. And after
Yes.
that I decide it was true decision that breaking up with her.
Yeah.
You have to catch sort of details, okay, for to call off from her
Yeah,
or move on.
you have to see the person with who you
Yeah.
are. You have to see
Yes,
from
definitely.
outside
Hmm.
because when you are involved in a relationship, at the
Yes.
end you can't see well with who
Yes.
truly are you,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And when you take a little bit distance and perspective,
Hmm.
it becomes much more clear. And
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, and from my point of view, well, it's like a long time without a breakup in my life. But I remember when I was a lot younger. I think
Yeah.
my last broke up. It was at the beginning of the 20s or something like that. And yeah, it was kind of hard because at the moment we don't have the tools to face all the relationship. When we grow up, when we find ourselves in life, doesn't
Yeah.
mean that from my point of view, I'm maybe because of my career, maybe because what I studied, I try to see
Yes.
everything outside
Yeah.
of emotions, because yeah, emotions are good. We have to live all of them, all kind of spectrum from the saddest to
Hmm.
the happiest. But when we're talking about breakups, I think it's much more intelligent to
Yeah.
just step a little bit outside and try to see where we were, what kind of person were we sleeping
Hmm.
with,
Hmm.
and
Yes. Definitely.
what happened to our life. What kind of person am I? I am nowadays. This is
Yeah.
what I wanted. This is not what I want. Should I change something?
Yeah.
Because most of the times, as you said before, Mia, you said, yeah, because my life was focused on him. Everything
Hmm.
remembers to me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As as I see that, I think, oh man, you were in a relationship. You were not like twins glued
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And I
Actually, it's
think,
tricking you. It's tricking your mind. This is not
yeah,
Yeah.
actually true.
you have to
Exactly.
have your own independency. Of course, you have a relationship. You have to share some sentimental love. Call it
Exactly.
what you
Hmm.
want, but you have to have your own space. If you don't have that, this relationship is becoming toxic, and it's annihilating yourself. And in a couple, there are two people or
Yeah.
three, I don't know. There are, in principle, we're talking about two people, and we have to respect each other, our personalities, our way of
Yeah.
life, and stay together in the moments we want to share.
But that's the challenging part when you're together, especially for a long time, like
Yes.
Sergio, to be able to afford the codependency to each other is really hard. Like when you're together for a long time, of course you would like, I don't know. So your life will be one. Everything will be like just one. You wouldn't even focus on anything else. So when you decided to just break up with them, it's like I don't know what am I doing with my life now? Am I even living? But it for of course tricking your mind as you said.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I think interesting though, women and men have a different ways of overcoming a breakup. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's tougher for guys or easier for girls or
Mhm.
the otherwise, but maybe there's a difference between overcoming stuff based on the gender, if I'm not mistaken.
I think uh, about what you're saying, sorry, Sergeant,
No,
about
no,
what
no.
you say about what you say right now. I think
Ah,
you are really absolutely right. Girls, maybe that's a typical way to express that, but girls used to be more sad and more down at the beginning, and guys, they feel like relief. I will be the king of this world, but
yeah.
reality punch us in our faces,
Mm-hmm.
and guys,
Mm-hmm.
when we realize what we're losing, if it's, I'm talking about when the other person leave us, okay, not when we are leaving our relationship. When the other person leave us as a guy, at the beginning we feel like relief because I can do whatever I want, but with the time I realize what I'm losing, and it start to push us down and to become like a sad person, and we just expressed before, Sergeant, like it's like
Mhm.
feeling like sad and missing and all these codependent feelings, and yeah, but the girls not, but the girls with the time discovered that mostly the guys are an asshole.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I
Not
absolutely.
100%, but mostly it is like that. Guys as a
Yeah.
as a pack are
Sorry, but
shit.
yeah.
It's that's a
Oh.
true of life.
But I think also important is family love. If you grew up like without family love, you can understand what I want to say. Like my ex-girlfriend was grew up without family love, all right? And that's why I think she don't know how to love to someone because I don't know. Love for me was like when she was sick, always I was near to her. When she needs something, I didn't let her alone. I try to save something for her. I did empathy always. I was kind. Even she flirted with someone, I forgave her. So I did everything for her. When I'm seeing myself, like, what did I get in return for this? Disrespect, heartbreaking, swearing, insulting, cheating. But it was my fault because I gave her my life and I gave her that comfort. If you feel that I gave everything for her and I didn't deserve that behavior, don't blame yourself. All right, move on. I know you're in
Mm,
darkness right now. You can control your emotions. You want to text to her, you want to talk to her, but your mind is tricking you. Like you have to move on straight up and you have to forget them. They are lying. You know.
mhm, mhm. I see.
Sometimes this can be hard, especially like for instance, you get the kids involved, a divorce scenario, you can't move on. I can understand, but you have to mentally move on. You have to emotionally detach from that human. I know it's hard to do because, and the reason I know you trusted them because they got a point where they able to betray your trust. Okay, so it's hard. It's hard, but the fact that you trusted them, the fact that you had a relationship, that's even more reason to walk away. It's even more reason
Mm,
to move on. You gotta see them for what they are. Okay, you got to see them for what they are. That person is not who you thought they were. All right, the idea that this person was a trustworthy, faithful companion, it is not true. Seriously, it is not true. That person does not exist. They didn't exist. They don't exist. It was in your head.
if we're talking about that, about like you're saying basically that there's no
Yes.
trusted person, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it probably, let's say like this, everybody, I mean, in the other hand, I would say that everybody is trusted, but there are some things that made them change, maybe
Uh-huh.
there are conditions that lead them to act the other way. We would never sure about it, of course. That's why it's really important to have a decent communication to have. But I don't know what people have been through together in their relationship that somehow it gets nasty and it gets like horrible or something.
Yeah.
It's just probably about the lack of decent communication, or maybe there's something need to change about it. But it's really hard, I know, to make people have the same mind, especially when we're forcing a relationship. Like
Hmm.
we are different from the start, but we try to be together anyway because we think that we are loving each other. But actually those differences over time, it's still there, and then it gets explode, and then we think like, oh, this person is horrible.
Yes.
But
After that,
actually
time,
yeah.
time,
Hmm.
time is
Hmm.
most valuable thing on this planet, I think.
Hmm.
Can you tell us
Oh,
again, breaking up situation?
well, my breakup situation, I told you before, I think my last one, it was like when I was like 20 something, like the deep,
Hmm.
deep breakup. It was,
Hmm.
I, I
Deep
don't like to
breakup.
talk,
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, a little bit. I don't like to talk that much about my life.
And yet here you are.
And
Yeah.
here I am, yeah. But what can I tell you about that? We were pretty good. We were kind of living together. And, it was at the time I moved to Turkey
Mhm.
for my Erasmus year, like an exchange program. I was studying in a university the south of Turkey in Adana. So at the moment, our plan, because we were living together, and at the time we were studying in the same city, different university, but quite close, like 4 or 5 minutes from each other. So studying.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I said, okay, I can go for an Erasmus year. I really want to do it, but at the when I come back, because she was ending also her degree and she was moving to Madrid, and I said to her, okay, when I come back, I will not come to our city, but we will move together to Madrid, so you can do there your master and so on, so we can continue. And after a few months, I was in Turkey. I remember I was visiting Ankara, and at the moment I received a call. We were chatting, and she just told me she want to move to the US because it happened in her life, one new opportunity to develop one social media like Facebook or something like that. To start a new social media. And well, at the moment, I realized that our path was splitting, and at this
Mhm.
very moment, because
Different.
when you are apart, but for a short period of time, there is always this thought that in some months, in a year, we will be together and we can continue with our relationship like before. But in this time, I saw her like she was more interested about doing this project, who was not say 100% sure that could happen, than waiting for me a couple of months more till I'm coming back to Spain. So at this moment, I realized, no, sorry, we are good. Nothing bad happened to our relationship, but we have to be adult enough to realize in what is this point in our relationship. You want to go for this? Okay, I respect it, but I have to continue my life as well. You
Mm.
know, I have
Mhm.
to, and we're really good after that. True that we lost our communication with the time. That is true, but there is nothing dirty on it. There is not any shadow, because sometimes when you break up with the person, doesn't have to be traumatic, doesn't have to be
Mhm. Mhm.
like a bad feeling. I remember that like with love, and with a really good energy. I don't remember that. Of course, it's sad because it ended up, and I realized I wasn't her first choice. But at the end of 20, 21, 22 years, of course, you want to experiment something else. Maybe you are with a person, but there is so many things coming to you in your life, and at
Yeah.
that age, every single day you are receiving a lot of stimulation, new people, new projects. You have a lot of
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Maybe
Definitely.
maybe I wasn't the right one, maybe she wasn't the right one, but still we were together because we were sharing this time. But when something else comes into our life, we have um, to adult up, and we have to say, okay, we love each other, but maybe we can put a break in this time. Later we will
Mhm.
see. Later we will see. And recently, that happened like a couple of months ago. Well, she started to try to reconnect again,
Mm-hmm.
like a year or 2 years ago. But I didn't want to. I just reply like really with no emotion at all. Like no, with the yes, no, I'm okay. Hope you're doing well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
because I don't want to fall for the same again. You know, I
Maybe
mean,
maybe people change. You would never know. Maybe people change.
yeah,
For
people
sure.
change. But I remember
Mhm.
I'm living in Germany. I'm far away from Spain
Mm,
now.
I
But
see.
you see, at the end, this project in the US didn't happen,
Ah.
and she
Really?
stayed in Spain. Yeah, but and also, of course, I didn't want to come back to
Is is
Spain to her.
is
Yeah.
she invited you? Yes.
Yeah, we were supposed to meet, but I didn't make it happen
Mm. Okay.
because I don't want to fall for the same thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm much more grown up. I appreciate her, but she's
Mhm.
not to me like was before. I see her with different eyes because she didn't express her love as I
Mm.
expect. So yeah, this was a really deep breakup, but not traumatic. I think it's also um, 2 points that I want to mark because they are really different. Because in my life, I'm moving a lot. You know, I was living in Turkey. Now I'm living in Germany. In a couple of years, I'm planning of moving also abroad. So having a relationship with me in this case, it's a little bit hard. You know, stability is not one of my points. So yeah, that is my breakup.
I mean, if you're fine being alone, also you don't really need to have a relationship, then it's fine
No,
too. Yeah.
no, because I'm really used to move. I'm really used. I'm a very fan of the starts. I love a big challenge. I'm
Hmm.
not a
I see.
very. I don't like. I feel trapped when
I see.
I'm
Hmm.
comfortable. I can't spend a lot of time because I'm easy bored. I need
I
a
see. Hmm.
challenge almost every day, and when I get bored, I get all like a moody, and I don't want to say depressed, but my mood comes down, and
Yeah. Hmm.
that's why I need to fight back. Doesn't matter if there is any problem. I want to start here. I need to meet new people. I want to do that, so I'm moving there. I have no coffee in my hands. You know, being
Yeah.
alone, it's like a safe for me and my
Definitely.
lifestyle.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's a
So
good thing
yeah.
to do.
A lot of people out there in the world. So also they are good people. Sometimes,
Exactly.
but sometimes people have a hard time and they don't want to meet someone else. Okay,
Mm.
that's fine. Start with yourself. Like
Hmm.
rely on
Hmm.
yourself. Like trust
Hmm.
yourself because someone breaks our trust. We question ourselves. Like we think my judgments are bad. I'm not good at judge of human character because I totally put my faith in this person and look what
Mm.
happened. Yeah, so
Mm.
you gotta build that trust up again with yourself. Are we gonna do that? Like read, write, learn. Like Carlos said, be alone. It's okay to be alone.
It's
Some
perfect.
people, yeah, some people get freaked out when they're alone. It's okay to be
Yeah.
alone. There's no big
But
deal. Enjoy it. Do something productive. Okay.
but the thing is, if you can't be alone, you can't be with someone else, because it
Exactly.
means you have to tolerate yourself by yourself.
Of course.
If you can do that, you can't expect to make another person do this job for yourself.
Don't
It's
think that
also,
don't think that that person that you had was you had was the only one in the world. There are not,
of
right?
course not,
Hmm.
A lot of people out there.
I
of
was like
course.
that actually. I was so dependent on this ex before, like my happiness was depending on him. It was really bad. But then I realized that
Yeah.
in the end, you were always going to be alone, so it's only yourself that you're going to hold on into. But in some
Mhm.
case, are when people in a relationship, they put too much hope in their partner, so
Yeah.
that when they are not together anymore, everything just turned crazy. Especially when we're
Scramble.
like under 20 years old or like beginning of the 20s, it's really kind of really, how can I say, stick together and put
Mhm.
hopes together. But then
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
didn't
because
know that it was just, yeah,
but they are
yeah,
really quick feelings. I would like to call
yeah,
them like that. Quick feelings. Today you are with this person, in 2 months you are with this person, but this is the time to experiment. But with the time, when the
exactly.
times go on and you age, you start to look for another things. You are not for the quickies, but you are for something that gives you a nice balance.
Yeah, like
The, ba-
meaningful,
Yeah.
more meaningful relationship.
exactly. The inner balance is dependent of you, but sometimes it's nice to share your happiness. Never expect that anyone else is giving you happiness. No, you are
Hmm.
responsible of your own happiness. But it's
Exactly.
nice to share this nice time you have with with your beloved one. This is the thing. But many I see here, I have a friend here in my city. She's a nurse, another Spaniard. She can't be alone for a week.
Oh.
Really, she had a really toxic relationship, and before leaving this guy who was kind of alcoholic and workaholic, she was into everything but not into her. And
Oh,
before, yeah, he was a really, you know, and
toxic.
absolutely 100%. But she's so dependent, she couldn't leave him, and before leaving him, she already had another. you
Yeah.
know and I
Oh
say to
no.
her, please, yeah, take your time, heal yourself, uh, try to take some perspective. What do you want to do? Are you happy this way? Try to reconnect with yourself, with your inner, with
Yeah.
your I wanted to say her name, but I'm not saying her.
Oh, be
Try to
careful.
connect with with yourself. And later, when you have an answer, when you are already happy and you are comfy with yourself, by yourself, you can
Hmm.
share this happiness with another person. But not. She just jumped from one guy to another. And that is making her, in my point, weak. Of course, you are with the time, all the time with somebody,
Yeah.
but how valuable is this time? How valuable
Hmm.
is this person? What are they bringing to you? The
Hmm.
only thing I see is you're not being alone. But
But
not being
did you?
alone,
Hmm.
yeah, must to be a quality time, not just but because the time goes,
Yeah.
and yeah, we're not getting younger anymore.
Yeah.
But did you know that vast majority of women, they're more attracted to bad guys? I don't know if you guys noticed
Yeah.
that.
I heard it also. I checked.
Well, not all.
It's
Not
not
all, but
me, but
but
like
what's
the
the bad
toxic
guys
ones,
thing?
like the toxic one, because these guys who the bad guys one, they are not care, and the girls were craving for attention, so they will be more interested, like, please give me attention, please give me attention, so that she will feel more, how can I say, addicted to this person until they give attention. But of course this person, because he's toxic and bad guys, he would never give this attention. But that challenged this girl, that how can I say, increase her interest to get this
I
guy.
don't understand this. Seriously, I don't understand this.
Me
If
neither.
I care
Actually,
someone,
yeah.
okay, if I care someone, why I cannot tell like I love you, all right? Why I have to
Exactly.
also always I have to hide and I have to run always from her. Why?
that's that's
This is
so
like I don't know
that's so
why.
different. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my mind, I think they build a person, okay? They build a person on the framework of reality. They are in
Mhm.
love with fantasy and they want to
Yeah.
keep going. It's a fantasy. Okay, so stop.
They like the
Stop!
chasing part.
Stop. Also, looking at pictures, that's the verse. Get off the
Wow.
pictures. It's not gonna help you. You have to delete all the pictures. You cannot keep it all of it.
You
I still
think?
keep.
My perspective is so hard to move on because
Yeah,
all
of
the times
course.
reminding your Instagram
Mhm.
also always reminding me you have memories. When I was checking my Instagram, always I'm seeing with her photo like
I don't
But
think
I
so.
but
That
for me, I love memories and everything. I would never delete some stuff because it reminds me of the time, not the person, but the situation that I was at that time. So I mean, forget about the people. You were
yeah.
happy at that time. That's what you have to remember. That's why I keep pictures and stuff.
But you never forget that you work with this person for years or months, I don't know, for a time,
Hmm.
and you were happy in this time.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
when somebody is doing bad to you or cheating or something happening in the relationship and you break up,
Hmm.
doesn't break all the time you were together. If you had a nice
Hmm.
relationship,
Hmm.
just try to keep all these nice memories. And if you
Hmm.
deleting or you delete all this picture, all your memories, this is like you're deleting part of your life, and
Yeah.
Hmm.
you can avoid this. This is a part of your life, and you have to learn about it. And if you learn about this failed relationship, it's something good because for the next one you have
Hmm.
this experience, and you can even offer something better to the next person.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
it's important to keep all these memories. Of course, the traumatic, the sad, the cries and so, yeah, you can delete them, yeah, but the nice ones, keep them. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I keep a lot.
For collection.
Wow.
Kinda.
Okay.
It depends actually on how people overcome their
Yeah.
breakup. Sometimes it's better to delete it, sometimes it's not. Depends. If you can have a self-control, then you can have it. If not, then it's okay to delete it.
Yeah.
Depends on how you recover.
I
Yeah.
never call back. No, no, no.
Never.
Okay.
You can keep the
Never.
phone
Exactly.
number,
Never.
but never call back. Of course not. This is so stupid to call back. For what?
Yeah.
Are you trying to get even more hurt? No, no, no.
No.
It's true. If somebody's
Yes,
hurting
it's
you a
true.
lot on purpose, please, on purpose, no, don't go there barking at the tree. No.
Some people don't have the self-control though. It's really
Yeah.
hard to do it over time. Over
Yeah,
time.
but that's a problem. This is, you said self-control. I said self-love. They don't love
Self-love. Yes,
themselves.
yes. Hmm.
They have
Yeah.
to learn
It's
how
hard.
to say, yeah, that's the limit. I'm not losing my dignity or my self-love anymore. I have to care by myself, you know?
Don't listen your emotion, listen your brain.
Yeah, exactly. And if there is a person who is hurting you and you are keeping pushing and trying to go back,
Yeah.
she or he will hurt you again and
I
again.
like the confidence. You must be a Leo, Carlos.
No, I'm not. I'm Aries.
See, you're in the same fire sign as well. I
Okay,
like their confidence.
this is the way.
I see. It might be
Yeah.
Yeah,
work.
yeah, it works. But I have to say, sometimes with this kind of, if you want to call it personality or way of life or way of living, if you want to call it like that, there is also some weak moments, of course, like everybody. Yeah, there is some moments that say, oh fuck, I could be now just chilling. I don't know, making some guacamole with nachos. I don't know. These small things you losing because you don't have these deep relationships. Uh,
With yourself.
and Yeah, no, by myself alone, I can do it as well, but it's different. But yeah, you have also these moments. I could have that, but at the end you say, is it worth? Even if I don't find what I'm looking for or something that really match me 100%, should I stay with a 40, with a 50? I'm not saying I'm 100, but I mean, what match me, my level. I want to find something that explode me. I want to find
I
that.
see.
I
I
don't
see
want
your
to
point.
stay with
Mhm.
something that is, yeah, okay, let's give a try. No, that's so sad. And
Yeah.
then I think about this, how many people stay with another person just not to be alone, and I say, I'm not dying like that. I will not be frustrated in a marriage with
Mhm.
kids.
Mhm.
No, no, because that doesn't work. That doesn't work. If you are the lucky enough in these times to find somebody who match you that nice, go ahead and lose your brain, lose the control, lose everything, but not for a 14.
When people in relationship, they lower their standard. Like for example, they put a hope, but this person like not showing the same expectation, they feel like it's okay. I love him. It's okay. He's fine if he's acting like that. But actually, we have to put a higher standard of ourselves. Because if we keep lowering,
Hmm.
then yeah, that's so true. Lowering our expectations, then it would be disrespecting ourselves. But
And
it's
when
hard
you
to do.
when you say to yourself that many times, yeah, I love him or her or whatever,
Hmm.
I love her, it
Yeah.
means you
Hmm.
don't love it. You want to convince yourself to
Yeah,
love that
yourself.
person.
Yeah.
If you love somebody, you never say to yourself that. You just feel it.
Yeah,
You don't have to say it.
exactly.
You just feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. One the glass is broken. It's not the same as before.
No. Well, in Japanese culture,
So
they became more precious.
Exactly, because they put it all together in a beautiful one,
Yeah,
something
exactly.
broken.
Yeah. But those are the less. Just happening in Japan.
so is there anything you want to add?
I think it's also about like self-love, like
Yeah.
know your worth, know how to put yourself, which is really challenging to do. To know your worth, just because you don't want to be alone.
Move on.
Exactly.
Straight
I
up
would
move
like
on.
to say respect yourself and respect everybody else. And
Hmm.
if there you have to have like high standards about the respect. If somebody is not respecting you, if somebody is not
Worth
caring
it of
about
you.
your emotional baggage or
Situation.
emotional situation, just is not the right person. And don't be afraid about leaving a bad relationship or a toxic relationship. Be brave enough to
Yeah.
start your new life.
Yeah.
Never continue something that is not bringing good things to you. Never.
Yeah,
Thank you all.
true.
I hope what we said it's touches a lot of people and we help them get through this process like quickly.
Let's see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sometimes when the breakup was so bad and like it couldn't make you, how can I say, it really take you so serious, it's better to just sometimes go to see psychiatrists, because it's good to have someone to talk that is professional to this.
Yeah.
But if you, yeah, are still able to talk with your friends or something, then it will be fine. But sometimes it's better to get a professional help too, of course, if it bothers you too much, for people who is experiencing this.
For sure.
Mhm. Yeah, that's really, really good. Come to me. I will upgrade yourself.
Wow. I wonder
Wow.
what's gonna happen if you consult Carlos.
Many things.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you guys. Thank you all of you.
Nice to talk to you guys.
The end of the first episode. Next episode is gonna come soon. Be safe and peace out.
I love
Bye
yourselves.
bye.
Bye bye.